This is Norwex unboxing box number 6. Take 2. I don't know what happened to the last one, but it just stopped. So let's try again. So I have already actually opened the box. So yeah, there's that. And let's see, can we get a little bit of something in here? No, okay. Let's get some stuff out of this box, however. Okay, I'm going to start again with what I had been talking about here. Let's scooch this back so that I can try to... Come on, phone. Does not want to sit still for me. Okay, I'm going to pull it down here. So this is the Norwex Bath Towel. This is in the color marine stripes. It's like a gray and this bright blue. It's a little bit, I think it's a little bit brighter in person. And the blue's a little bit different in person than on the screen. So this is a premium microfiber towel from Norwex. So they have a couple of different options. When they have some solid colors, and those are a little bit thinner, but I mean, look how thin. You can see how thin this towel is. But don't let the thinness fool you. This is super absorbent, super thirsty, far more thirsty than your standard towel. The plus is it's going to take up less space in your cabinet. Additionally, it's not going to get funky like your regular towels do. You know, a couple of days after using your towels, they start getting funky because they're breeding bacteria. This bath towel, just like the other Norwex cloths and towels, contain backlock, which is micro silver, which is going to self-purify it as it dries. That silver has antibacterial properties, so it's not going to get funky in just a day or two. It may not get funky for even a couple of weeks. I know one lady was saying that she has one towel per person in her house, and she washes them every 3 weeks, which I know sounds crazy. But then you're smelling your towel and it's not funky, which tells you it's not growing things. It's just hanging on to stuff and then it's purifying it as it dries. And again, it's just so thin, but also so thirsty. This comes in, like I said, some solid colors, which are slightly thinner. And then slightly thicker than this is the skinny stripes. They've got a couple of different color options, and they're a little bit fluffier on one side than the other. And here we have the body. And then, of course, all of the tags are also loops. So when you have dried yourself off, then you just hang it up to dry, and it's again going to self-purify. Now, the Norwex towels are a different feel. I mean, there's a different experience than with your standard towel. For one, you don't have to rub so much like you do other towels to get all that wet off. You just really sort of press this, pat this onto your skin, and this guy is going to be so thirsty. He's going to soak up all of that water from the shower. So I got that towel. I actually think I got several that are in here. Okay, we got all kinds of things. That actually, I'm going to wait on that because I know what this is. Okay, so this is the bathroom scrub mitt. And it tells you right here, scrub. There you go. Okay, so it's a mitt, right? So you fit your hand in here. There's a little slit there, and you can put your fingers in different ways if you want, like thumb and pointer and then your other fingers, or you want to split it down the middle. You got options. So on this side, you've got this kind of fluffy microfiber. You get grime off and just goo and whatever else you might have on your shower. And then on the other side, you've got the scrubby texture, this scrubby sort of basket weave scrubby texture to really scrub off that harder to get off stuff. But all of this, like the other microfiber from Norwex, again, has that back lock, that micro silver that's going to purify it as it dries, and it is not going to get funky. You'll be able to use this again and again. You'll use this, you'll rinse it off with hot water, hang it up to dry with this loop, and just repeat and just keep going. Of course, it is washable. And you want to wash it in hot water because that helps open up the microfibers and will release what's in there. But this guy's going to get so much gunk off of your towel, your tile, your blah, 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 your tile, your sinks, you know, the different surfaces in your bathroom. So this is your bathroom scrub mitt right here. And this is in the color graphite. Now, I will put links in the description box to all of these things. Oh, here we go. We've got a couple of, I got three samples of the Powerzyme. And the Powerzyme, as I've mentioned in the other, some other videos, is the Powerzyme is one of the enzyme-based laundry detergents that Norwex has. They actually have four technically, laundry detergents. This is their Enzyme. It's a natural laundry detergent that actually works. And those enzymes really go to work on odor and stains. This is theoretically a sample that is for one load, but in reality, you honestly almost always need less than even Norwex tells you that you need. And so it just lasts such a long time, and you're going to take up less space in your laundry room or wherever you're storing any of your supplies because they are concentrated. And so volume-wise, it's not an enormous amount, even though you're getting an enormous amount of use out of it, an enormous amount of loads out of your laundry detergent bag. I would say easily in this sample, you can get 3 loads. I mean, honestly, maybe 4 if they're not humongous. So let's see. We've got a whole stack of some Powerzyme over there. What else have we got? Okay, here we go. And these are our countercloth sponges. Let's open this up. So, and I talked about the countercloths in the last video or maybe the video before that. I've lost track. So, the countercloths are the Norwex reusable paper towel. And they're the same texture as this, but this is just the same countercloth texture in a sponge form. And the other side is the envirocloth texture. And the envirocloth is sort of the basic, the most foundational piece in your Norwex system. And that is this premium microfiber that has these very microfibers that will clean up all the gunk. And they'll do it with using just hot water. And so this is just a sponge form of that. So you've got this envirocloth, and then on this side is the countercloth, which is a little bit of a looser weave and deeper grooves. So this is really great for getting the debris and the larger crumbs off of the surface, whereas this is going to do a lot more cleaning, deeper cleaning, and getting the grime and goo off. And so this is just a 2-pack of these countercloth envirocloth sponges. And these are a limited edition, but I will put this in the description box. And once again, like the other Norwex cloths, this has the back lock, which is the micro silver, which will purify this as it dries. So no more funky sponge. And again, these are also washable, as you can see here. They are washable. So throw these sponges in the wash. when they do need to be washed. But you're going to be able to use them for a long time before you actually need to do that. They're not going to get funky right away. Oh, here's another. Okay, so I actually have I have 2 more bath towels, but we already talked about the bath towels. So let's put these aside. These are for my husband so that his towels are not getting funky. Let's see. Let's get all the paper out. Got some. Ooh. I'm hoping I'm not somehow missing something in this box. There's a lot in this box. It's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot in this box. Okay, so we've got a packing slip. Okay, and then we've got the spring catalog. And what else have we got? Oh, here we go. Let's talk about the envirocloth, since we were talking about that with the sponge. This is, like I said, this is a foundational piece in the Norwex collection. This is your cloth that will clean everything. And it says it on the tag, wherever the tag is. Let's find it. Here it is. It's the cloth for everything. There it is. And again, here's your hanging loop. So this is, again, this is a premium microfiber. And the microfiber size is 1/200th the size of a human hair. And what that means for you is that there's so much surface area on this one cloth for cleaning everything. Doors, walls, sinks, counters, floors, I said sinks, bathtubs, you name it. You can clean it. Faucets, everything. It's the everything cloth, the envirocloth that you clean your house with hot water. And again, it has the back lock, so it's going to self-purify. You're not going to be throwing this cloth in the laundry hamper after 1 or 2 uses because now it's all icky and gross. No, you'll use this again and again, day after day before it ever needs to be laundered. And you're going to just get this wet with hot water, and you're going to squeeze it out. Squeeze, because you want to get all the water out. You don't want it dripping wet. You just want it sort of that damp wet. And you're just going to clean all your things with this. Just the things that need to be cleaned, you're going to clean it with this guy. And then you'll rinse it out once, when it's big enough that you can just fold it over and just again and again and just have lots of different surfaces to clean with. And then when it's all filled up, you're just going to rinse it out in hot water and squeeze it out and just keep going. You're going to be amazed at how much dirt comes out of this cloth that it is hung on to get rid of it in your home. And then when you are completely done, you will rinse and squeeze it out and you will hang it up with that hanging loop. Let's see. Whoa, about to be knocking things over here. And then, all right, so everything else in here, I think, is going to be all part of the mop system. So, oh my goodness. Let me get all the parts of the mop system out, and then I can get this giant box out of the way. So what I just pulled out is the telescoping handle. Let me take it out of this sleeve. Come on. Don't you? Oh, it's so pretty. This comes in multiple colors, and honestly, I already have a mop. But I just couldn't help myself because I wanted this pretty color. So you've got this champagne and rose quartz color, and this is your telescoping mop handle. Okay, so that's one part to it. And this is your, here's some lint. This is your wet mop pad. And does it say? Oh yeah, it says here on the loop. It says damp, wet. So that is your wet mop pad. And this, the size of this is large. The mop system comes in small, large, and extra large. The small is really great if you have a very tiny space. You know, maybe you live in an RV or just very, you know, a tiny home or whatever, and you just need the smallest mop you can. The small is going to be great. I mean, the small is still going to be such a workhorse for you. The large is going to be your probably your most average size that most people will want. And, you know, it'll cover more area. I have a small and I use it for my kitchen, and it's just my kitchen mop. So I can have it right there in my kitchen and just use it, you know, whenever I need it and have it readily accessible. And then I have a large one for the rest of sort of my upstairs. And then now this one is going to be my downstairs mop because yes, I'm just that much lazy, that much laziness that I don't want to go up and down the stairs to get the mop. And really it was just an excuse to get this cute dusty pink colorway. So this is your wet mop pad. There is also an extra large size, and it is really huge. If you have just an enormous wide open space, the extra large might be great for you. The one caveat for the extra large is that it does not come with a lot of the sort of accessory pads. You cannot get a lot of the accessory pads in the extra large size. You can only have the wet and the dry. And if all you need is just the most basic mopping and you have a big space to cover, the extra large is going to just do it in record time. But the large or the small, depending on your needs and your space, are going to have a lot more accessory pads. And we can talk about that. I did talk about the window mop pad in an earlier video, but I do have I have another box or two that are coming still. And so I'll have to wait on those, but I do have some other pads in there as well. Okay, so that's the wet pad, and this is the dry pad. So this is the dry mop pad, and it tells you right here. Let's see, dry. Although some people do use the dry pad wet, still, you know, slightly damp, and use it just to pick up more stubborn debris. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then, of course, this is the actual mop base. Let's get this out of the sleeve. Ooh, it's going to be tricky. There we go. Okay, so this is really lightweight, and this is what your pads go on. And this is not just some cheapy Velcro like so many mops like this, you know, that are similar to this have. I mean, this is such quality, and you are going to have this mop. This mop is it's going to last you so many years, so many years. I mean, there's a 2-year warranty on it, but unless you're just like beating people up with it, which I don't recommend, this mop is going to last you so long. So it's very lightweight, and it's also very swivelly. And then here you've got this angled edge that's going to get into hard to reach places. And again, the swivel action on this thing, it is dreamy. So it goes this way, it goes this way, and then you've also got, there's a lock, so you can lock it so that it's not, because look at that, ooh, swivel, 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 and the lock will keep it from swiveling in one direction. Okay, so that is and again, this will attach to your telescoping handle. And somewhere I have actually the handheld handle that came with, it came with my Enviro wand. Let me see if I can find it, because that will also attach to this mop base, and you can use this for like a window or a wall where you don't need a long handle and you kind of want that short handle to, you know, have a little, just make it a little easier for you to get into spaces without a long handle. So this will also attach to that handle. Let me see if I can. Let's see if I can find that handle. Where did I put you, handle? Ooh, oh, I think I put it in the other room already. There is a short handle and is in another video, and so they will both go on to this mop base. And then here, this was a free with purchase, but they are available to purchase. And this is the chenille dry mop pad, but really I just call it the chenille duster pad. There is also, and we will have that in another unboxing when that box arrives, there is also a sort of a fluffy duster pad. Now this green is not the normal color. The regular one I think comes in like a gray color. This just was a special with this sale that was last month for this green color, but if you ordered one, it would most likely be gray. But so in another unboxing, we talked about the Enviro Wand Mini, and it's this same chenille fingers. So it's again this microfiber with the back lock, but it's got these fingers to really pick up that debris, that large debris and dust especially. So again, you're going to use this dry. Does it tell you? Yep, dry. And again, here's your hanging loop. Now, a good way to get your duster pads and also your dry mop pads clean is with the rubber brush. And you'll just brush it out. My rubber brush is in the other room. You'll just brush it out into the trash can so you're not making a mess trying to shake it everywhere. Nope. Just brush it out with that rubber brush, and then you'll be able to use this again and again before you need to launder it. And in between, if it gets a little gunky more than the rubber brush can handle, you're just going to rinse this guy out with hot water, rub it together, hang it to dry, boom. Gonna self-purify with that back lock that all the Norwex has, and you're ready to go again. So let's talk about this mop system. Okay, so we've got the telescoping handle. Okay, so a couple of things. So this, of course, is going to connect to your mop base, right? Okay, and it is adjustable, hence the telescoping part. And okay, there's so many things to say about this. I don't even know where to start. Let's talk about these things too. So this little guy is going to enable you to hang your mop. Like you're in the middle of something, you want to hang it, you can hang it on the top of a bookshelf, on a ledge, on the top of a cabinet, lots of things. This enables you to, hang it and not have to just leave it sitting on the floor. And then this rubbery sort of silicone-y ball end is going to let you get scuffs out of the floor. I don't have any scuffs on this glass, so it's a little hard to show that, but you're going to rub this on the floor to get those scuff marks out. Now, not only is the telescoping handle really great for maybe you want to clean your walls or you want to, mop in a faraway place or high up place. This guy is going to extend a long way so you can get to that. But also, let's face it, most mops they're just it's just one length. That's it. And hopefully you're the exact right height for that mop. How many times have you just about broken your back from mopping or sweeping or whatever because you're leaning over? With this guy, you can get your handle to the right height. It blew my mind when I learned the right height for your handle. You want to adjust this guy, and it just twists to undo and twists to lock. And see, look at that. It shows you right there. So you're going to twist this one in the direction of the arrow to open it. And then you're going to twist it in the other direction to lock it in place. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stand it on the floor in front of yourself, and you're going to raise the height so that the ball is around nose height. Some people like it at mouth height. I really prefer it at nose height. You are not going to have to lean over and hurt and harm your back from mopping. One, it's just going to be such a dream to mop with this mop anyway that you'll hardly feel the fact that you did anything because it'll go so quickly. But you won't be leaning over. Golly. Maybe y'all already knew that, but I sure didn't know that. And I tell you what, I just thought, God, that's so tall. Isn't that too tall? No, it's perfect. And so that's why you want this telescoping handle. So now, next, what you're going to do is, and of course, your base will be, and this guy swivels so dreamily that it's just going to slide across your floor like a dream, and you're just going to whip through mopping. Let me tell you, I've been sort of a never mopper. I've owned mops. I've owned lots of mops in my life, and they've just sat there, like literally collecting dust and not being used because I hated mopping. It's messy, or you've got to fill a bucket, and you've got to do all these things. Or maybe you had something like a Swiffer or reusable thing, but they get gunky. Or you use the disposable kind, and those are expensive, and you have to use 3 or 4 just to clean the floor one time, and then you're throwing them away, and gosh, those are expensive. That really adds up. This is not a cheap mop system. It's not. But it's going to pay for itself. For one, you're going to actually start mopping. Why? Because it's going to be so doggone easy that you're going to say, why not? It's not going to be a big ordeal to mop the floor. It's going to be snap, 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 and you are done mopping your floor. I'm telling you what, I mopped my floor more in the last month when I was ridiculously busy than I have probably mopped my floor in the last 7 years. This is just true confession time, okay? This is just the facts, because I've hated to mop. But what if Norwex makes it so easy to mop with their superior mop system? And it really is superior in so many ways that you don't mind mopping because you can just knock it out in just a couple of minutes. So this will also, because of how this moves, you can use this long telescoping handle to get under places that you can't get with other brooms and mops. So first thing, we're going to start with, well, you could start with, if you have this chenille mop or another dusting pad, you can use this to really get up. You got pet hair, you've got just crumbs everywhere, all the things. I mean, no judgment. You got a lot of stuff on your floor. You're going to want to get this guy or your fluffy duster and just get up all the gunk. And like I said, we're going to get the rubber brush and we're going to just brush that right in the trash and it's gone. And you just keep doing that until it's all picked up. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your dry pad, and you'll notice that the pads are larger than the actual base. And that's on purpose, of course, because one, you don't want this metal running into things. So you want a cushion all around it. But also, if you offset this, I'm going to adjust this again. So you can offset this so that you've got this big overhang. You can use that to get to your baseboards, wall, etc. Get into those spaces up off of the floor, and then you're not going to harm your wall and your baseboards. Great, okay? And then, again, when you're done, so the dry mop is going to be great. You're going to want to do that first, of course. I say, of course, maybe it isn't, of course, for you. I'm sorry. But you are going to start with your dry mop, because what this is going to do is this is going to loosen some of the grime and gunk that's on the floor. It's going to loosen it up, and just pick up some of that stuck on kind of, grimy stuff. Now, if you got really stuck on stuff, there is also a tile pad. That is somewhere else in another room. I do have a small tile pad coming, because I have a tile pad for my large mop, but not for my small mop yet. But the small tile pad is coming in another order soon. So hopefully that, so I'll show that in another unboxing, so I can talk about that tile pad more then. But that's just extra scrubby for just those really harder to clean floor messes, for, the floors that get extra traffic and get extra gook and gook on it. So anyway, so this dry pad is just going to be the first pass to get the grime up. And then, again, the way to clean this is just take your rubber brush and just brush it off into the trash can. If this just gets if it's really icky, and it's not just loose stuff that you can brush off, you just rinse this guy under really hot water, and then you roll them up. Oh, I'm sticking to this. You roll them up and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hang them up to dry. It's got the back lock in it. Yes, it does. And it's going to self-purify, and boom, you're ready to go again. I mean, at some point you will wash these in the washing machine, because again, yes, you can launder these, and these are going to just hold up. I mean, these are not some like flimsy little pad. I mean, this, you can just feel the quality in this. This guy is going to hold up years. I mean, I have some that have been around for years and years. And, they'll, over time, over the course of a number of years, they'll get more matted down. But guess what? That rubber brush, you just fluff that guy right back up. You're going to wash them. You're going to dry them in the dryer. And that's okay. I mean, that's the thing. You can wash it in hot water. You can dry it, on actual heat, and it's just going to fluff this guy up. It's going to just work that much better. You do not have to baby them on, gentle, delicate, cold cycle. Nope. You can really wash this guy. And here is your wet pad, okay? So this is going to be, you're not going to believe this, but we're actually going to use this wet, hence the wet pad name. Same thing though, this is larger than the base, and again, you can offset it and turn it up so you can get the baseboard. So what you're going to do with this guy is you're going to get this wet with hot water, and that hot water is going to open up the fibers. And then again, just like with the other one, you're going to roll it up, and you're going to, and again, when you roll it up this way, you're not getting, once you've used it, you're not getting your hands all ooky, because you're rolling it in on itself. But you're going to roll this up, and you're going to squeeze it out. And because you don't want it dripping wet, you just want it just wet. And then you're going to mop your floors. And boy, howdy, if you're like me and you just were not mopping your floors enough, and you were just like, golly, I'm just doing good to get my floors swept and not mopped. Woo, there is going to be so much dirt on this guy. It's going to be ridiculous. But guess what? When you're done, you're just going to put this in the sink, and you're just going to rinse it off with hot water. So much dirt's going to come out of this. You're going to say, see, I should have been mopping all along. And once you start mopping with this system, you will, because it's just that easy. It's just that fast. So you're going to rinse this until all that gunk comes out of this pad, and then you're just going to roll it up. You're going to squeeze it out, and you're going to hang it to dry on that loop. And again, yes, this has the back lock, and it is going to self-purify, so this guy is not going to be gunky. You have cleaned your floors that had not been mopped in a long time. You're going to clean them with this guy, and guess what? this pad is not going to be gross and funky. You're not going to be redistributing bacteria onto your floor the next time you mop your floor. And guess what? The next time you mop your floor, it's going to be sooner than ever before. Why? Because it's just that easy. The Norwex Superior Mop System is aptly named because it is so superior. And dadgummit, it's easy. It's like there's no reason not to mop your floors because it's just that easy. I will put links in the description box to all of these things. This is the mop system that will change your life. If you have been a never mopper, this mop system can make you a regular mopper because you'll say, hey, I need to get in the shower right away. But you know what? I've got 3.5 minutes to mop my kitchen floor and boom, it's done. You're going to love it.